Future trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I am Cody. This is Andy, and together we make up the Tech Talk team.
Tech Talk team. T-Cube.
That was a new one.
That was a new one. T-Cube there.
Thought we'd just throw it out there on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. It is July 20th for reference, about 3 o'clock Central Time Zone.
You're wearing all the black. Isn't it really hot out? Like all the sun? Like, aren't you just like baking in heat right now? What's going on?
Well, I'm not outside. I got the fans rolling.
How many fans do you have going?
3.
3 fans.
I turned my air conditioner off. It was eating up too much electricity, so I figured I'd get some fans.
Not also eating up electricity, though?
Not as much. We're hoping. It's a work in progress, my friend.
Who's the we? Like the editorial we?
I just say we as like it just makes me feel better instead of I. It's like we as a team, right? I'm all about team.
Got it.
Togetherness.
You don't know what movie I was referencing there, do you?
I do not.
Okay. you know, like the we, the editorial we. Yeah. All right, fine.
All right.
Never mind. That's fine. Get the hammer out. What do you want to buy today?
Looks like we're buying cheese.
I guess so. Look at that. What did we talk about last time?
Man.
It's been a few weeks. We talked about this having a potential to be a V-bottom, if I'm not mistaken.
You called that one.
I don't know about that, but left a lot of selling behind here, huh? Look at this. This is all basically from today. What were we up? 13 cents in the block, 13.5 cents, 12 cents in the barrel. Good night. I don't know. Where are we going? Where are we going?
What are we at now? 165 and a quarter?
On average. 165.
Good night.
Momentum about to cross zero for the first time since like this little blipper in like March before it came right back down. So if you exclude what was basically, hang on. I mean, there really wasn't much of a cross over zero on that one. So all year it's just been negative basically.
Yeah.
This could get a little dicey if that thing crosses over. What do you think? Where are we going back to? $1.80, $1.90, $2, $2.50? What are we doing?
I mean, I think at this point, what have we got? I'd say $1.80.
$1.80? All right. So this is Cody's call right here. Let me just drag this bad boy down.
I've got $1.80 drawn on the lines over here because we went from $2 to $1.80 in about the same amount of time as we've gone from $1.30 to $1.65.
Well, shoot. Futures are saying we're going to be up here.
Yeah, that is true.
Futures have been a big premium. They out forward, right? In like Q4, for example. Then we saw a brief point in time where futures kind of dipped below some of the other international prices too. It seemed like we were starting to get some business done. Then we have milk production today. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll have more on that with some other insights through the insights. But a little less milk out there. What do you think?
A little less milk. Seems to definitely be adding to our story and our chart on such the rally here in the past 2-3 weeks. This is a weekly chart. So
I think there's something to be mindful of is, what was once support, is it going to be resistance? Right here at $1.70. Bam, right there. Look at all that support it was. And then it popped itself up to $2 and then blew through it. And it looks like that number is about to become a magnet, right? There's just another nickel from here. So it looks like we got to at least go test that price. So I guess the question is, does it maintain itself as resistance? Because support typically, will become resistance once it breaks through and vice versa.
Right.
Either way, I mean, that's not a price the market seems to like to kind of hang around for very long. It took off to $2 and then promptly, boop, once it broke through there, on its way to 130. So it looks like it wants to go test that price, and then I guess we'll see, right? Futures are saying here, I think your call was 180. So Cody's call, 180. Futures, let's go take a peek at Sep, Nonfat. Yikes. So Sep 181's with you. Nonfat are about $1.90-ish. I guess just stay tuned. But this milk production report today, plus given like futures and how cash is acted, plus what it seems like we're starting to get some more export. But I mean, we had all this. I said we left like earlier. I said we left a lot of selling behind. We were having just huge volume days.
Yeah.
Right? Like through all of this stuff.
Day after day.
Day after day. It was 20 plus barrels, and then you'd switch over to the blocks. And I think we're on pace year to date as of July 1 to have a record year in spot volume. So we've seen that kind of dry up. I think that's, again, we'll see what the export report for July shows us here later on down the road. It sure feels like we got a little bit of business going. So
it does.
You're saying $1.80. I think we at least got to go test this. What was one support here became resistance. Will it or will it not? I don't know.
We might be able to tell tomorrow. Like you said, nickel away.
Not
The way
that
we've
far.
been
I mean,
moving the past couple days.
that was like 3 minutes in today's cash session was a nickel.
Yeah. I mean, literally.
Yikes.
Literally.
So,
yeah.
It like I said, left a lot of this volume behind. I think we got to go at least test here. Cody's going with here. Futures are saying here. We're going. Football's right around the corner. Schools are about to start up. And Cody's running his fans.
It's go time.
It's go time. It's so hot outside.
It's go time.
It's so hot outside. What are the cows doing at home, by the way? What are they doing? They panting?
Nah, I think cows are doing pretty good right now.
The cows are doing okay?
The cows are doing. We haven't quite seen the heat that's come across from New Mexico, Arizona, Texas just yet. I think next week we're supposed to 90s, upper 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the big telling tale. Right now, mid 80s, so not too bad. But next week is going to be the big one. The big, yeah.
Everything. We had those tornadoes not too long ago that like went over Lake Michigan and like hovered over you.
Yeah.
See, your house is still standing. That's good.
We're still going.
You're still rocking. Running 3 fans. Do you ever get over to like 4? How many fans? Like, what's the max number of fans that you can run in that room?
I've only got 3 plug outs in this room, so 3's the max right now.
Plug out? What's a plug out?
Plugs.
I've never heard.
Plugs.
Hey, that's you do you. All right, here we go. Sep Nonfat. What do you want to do with this thing?
So it's like a little bit of a buying opportunity here.
I was thinking the same thing.
Did we get over we got over the 20-day moving average. Next one, looks like your yellow line and mine are both 50-day moving average, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. And what's one of your favorites right here? What's going on? Bam, right there. What's that?
Look at that.
That looks like
Which one did you circle?
Well, I circled right here and then right here. That's a nice higher low.
There you go.
Right? So you've got like the technical pattern starting to take shape. You've got some of these secondary indicators too. The cross back below. So the bottom one's the RSI. So it crossed into oversold territory when it got below the blue line, came back over it, which would indicate, that's a buy signal, right? And he tried to come back down and then failed. And now we're back above that, that line, that area right there. So you've got the secondary indicators confirming what looks like a nice bullish pattern here. So it looks like Nonfat at the very least could go test this, longer term downtrend here. What is this in like 117-ish? It's not that far away.
No.
118, 117, somewhere in there. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it looks like a pretty good, decent buying opportunity right now. You know what?
Let's go.
Definitely a buying opportunity. The hammer has not made a presence in a while.
I was waiting for it.
This is a good one to get everything rocking and rolling again.
Oh, buy some Nonfat. The hammer's bought it. Did it shake any of the fans when you struck the hammer, by the way?
Not that one.
They didn't get knocked out of the plug outs, as you call them?
Not that.
The plug outs.
All right.
I'm going to start using that at home. Don't touch the plug outs, G. Come on. All right, we got one more. By the way, sidebar, while we pull this up, did you watch Wimbledon?
I missed the beginning and the end of that.
You missed the beginning and the end of it? Did you catch it in the middle of it? It's 2 weeks.
A little bit busy.
It was 2 weeks.
Oh, shoot. Next year.
Okay. Are you still, what episode are you on, Game of Thrones? Season 1, episode 1?
Hey, spoiler alert. Don't spoil that one for me.
Don't spoil it. Season 1, episode 1, Game of Thrones. You still got to get caught up on Wimbledon. Have you seen The Sixth Sense yet, by the way? Bruce Willis? You haven't? Can we spoil that one yet? It's been like 30 years, I think.
Dude, spoiler.
Okay, spoiler. Sorry.
Kind of like corn. Don't get a spoiler alert in here for me.
Let's talk corn here for a second. What do you got?
What do you think? Gigantic M formation coming about? I think personally, I think it's hard to get back up to that $6 kind of number.
Where do you see the M?
All right, so start back where you've got, because I got the same thing drawn. If you go back to like the 18th of May. Okay,
right here. Yep.
Right? Yep. And then you go all the way up to that big run up that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Kind of come back down here.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a rounding pattern, if you will.
So you don't think this is an inverted head and shoulders or like a W. You think this is more of an M and will fail and come back down.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Does it? And that's why I'm saying this is going to be a little bit hard to get up to that $6, $6.20 type number that we saw before. So it could be a potential W formation long term.
So I agree with you, but I think we have to go test all this stuff first. So right up, all up in this business right here.
To make a W?
No, to make an M. Right. So I think what you're talking about here is basically like, let's clean some of the stuff up, shall we? So what you're looking at, I think, is here.
Correct.
And then here. And then at some point, you're going to have a failure to put in a new high.
Yep.
And then once that occurs, bam.
Right.
Okay. I'm with you now. Yeah, I think that's, I agree. I think we have to go test the upper end of this range, though, which would be like 573. Right. So I think what you can end up seeing is like tomorrow. So this like next candle tomorrow is like a smaller green body with a similar width, or excuse me, similar wick, the top end, right? So what is this high from the last couple of days? So this is 563, basically 563, right? So you maybe go trade like 563.5 or something like that, and then settle like around 5.5. So it would be a higher day, but a much smaller like body.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start to go, right? It's like that next open, because you still have some momentum to the upside. You still have some breathing room here on some of these secondary indicators. So I think tomorrow's session is probably pretty key, right? If we open lower tomorrow, because like that would, what I'm describing, you wouldn't see any trade below today's low, which is at 542 and some change. Yep. So you got to see, like, I think we see just a very small body tomorrow with like a 563 high or somewhere in there, and then start to go. Like, so tomorrow's Friday, maybe we open Sunday night into Monday higher than, like, let's say this, like these two. Look at this open right here. So 532 versus today's close 54. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the close. So 553. And then an open of 5. Yeah, like there's not much there. I'm looking at this line right there. Those two,
right?
The top ends of those bodies, right? Wouldn't surprise me if you saw another like body that's ended there tomorrow with another high, like another wick. So it's kind of like stair stepping itself up.
Now, do you think we need to settle like yesterday to settle 553? Do you think we need to settle above 550 for us to continue on this upward momentum that we've been having?
I don't. I think you just need to see like a green candle that settles within the body of this one. Of today's, right? And maybe it has like a wick of like 563 or something like that. And then it opens higher above these two, like this open, and then this close, right? So this line right here. So what price is that? 553? You see that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not the close. This is the open, and then that close. So I think you see like another kind of close around here, small green candle, wick that matches that one, and then open higher above this 553 for like Monday, and then it starts to go. But I agree. Like I think it turns into a failure ultimately. So let's say it kind of comes down to here, and then starts to just roll over. So it's kind of a bold move, Cotton.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
And if we open tomorrow lower and we continue our path lower, do you think it turns into a W formation off of $5, $4.90? The bottom end of the range there.
I think your M is just that much more pronounced.
But so here's a good question. To be a full M, do you need to go in what percentage of the previous peak do you need to get to be a quote unquote M formation?
I mean, this is retraced.
Does not matter.
It's pretty subjective, but I mean, this is retraced a significant portion of this move, hasn't it? Yeah, 50%. It's retraced 50% of that move. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all in all, like I said, I mean, to me, I think we're thinking the same thing. It's just, how does tomorrow's open, or really tonight, how does that open play into it, right? And then tomorrow's close. If you get a small green body candle tomorrow that's within the body of this one, you got to be really careful of it opening higher on Sunday night into Monday. But I'd view that as a selling opportunity, depending on how it acts. But I think we got to go test all this junk right here, that stuff right there.
Is that 546, 576?
Yeah, 576 and some change.
Okay.
So, right. But that's it.
Well,
the U.S. Open is in September, by the way.
Let me put it on my calendar real quick.
You could probably grind through Game of Thrones by then. At least watch.
Is that golf? What course
there is golf. There is a U.S. Open for golf. I was talking about the tennis one, but there is a U.S. Open for golf too. You could watch that.
Well, football starts in about 5-6 weeks, so I'm pretty ramped up during that time.
You're pretty ramped up. What's Michigan State going to do this year?
I mean, hey, we get 5 wins, 6 wins. I'm pumped, right? Green Bay, going to the playoffs, 3rd round. Mark it down right here.
Hang on a second. Green Bay.
Mark that one down.
Green Bay playoffs. What did you say?
3rd round. We'll We'll make it pretty far this year. I got faith. Timestamp that. July 20th. I called it.
July. I don't have timestamp in here. We're in the media room. So July 20th. I'm just writing this down. I'll timestamp this when I get back or when I go out of the office. So July 20th, 2023. It's 3:43 Central. Cody, Packers, deep playoff run.
Deep in the playoffs.
Deep.
Cool. All right, everybody.
Fair enough.
We appreciate you watching our Tech Talk, getting into our sports jargon. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do. Give us a thumbs up. Be a friend. Tell a friend about the show. Until then, we'll see you guys probably next Thursday. Have a great week. Go Pack.
Get your plug outs.
Get your plug outs. At Ever.Ag, we partner with every corner of the agriculture industry, from dairy to livestock, crops, and agribusiness, to deliver intelligent supply chain and risk management solutions. We are Ever.Ag, everything agriculture. Learn more at www.ever.ag/everything.